I don't know what's up with you not having a fucking mic stand, Jeremiah. I don't like to like hold this thing. I feel like I'm holding a big dick or an ice cream. You know what I mean? I'm a Jew. We use our hands a lot. You know what I mean? Are there any Jews in Arizona? I don't think so. I haven't seen them. This is my first time being to Arizona. So Yuma is my de-virginization, and I haven't heard much about Arizona except that the people were good looking and there was like awesome crystal meth here. That was like, right? Yeah. Tina was my girl for a while back in when that was my girl, fucking Tina, and she turned on me like she turns on everyone. I don't know, I stayed up for 17 days once and I was writing a new Bible, I had like the mathematical equation for God, and it's fucking spun the fuck out, collaging, plucking my eyebrows for like 9 straight hours. You guys feel me, So, I walked into a market and I woke up in an ambulance. They were like, did you do some drugs tonight? And I was like, obviously some really shitty ones, because here I am. So, I just celebrated 3 years clean, so. Yay for me for not actively killing myself with drugs and alcohol, right? I'm telling you though, when I was getting high, the bar was so low, you know what I mean? My parents were like, what did you do this week? I'm like, I took a shower. They're like, yay! I'm like, I made my bed. They're like, oh my God, Amy, that's great! Now they're like, when are you having a baby? Like, well, when are you gonna be on Comedy Central? Get your fucking shit together, So, I don't know if, I've been in a lot of rehabs. I've been in like fucking a good lot, like 4 rehabs. And what I think is hilarious is that people are snobby about what drugs they do. You know what I mean? Like you're in fucking rehab with a bunch of fucking drug addicts, and some girl's like, yeah, I did a lot of coke, but like I never touched meth. I'm like, excuse me, meth is just more efficient than coke. You know what I mean? Like coke gets you high for like 8 minutes, and meth gets you high for like 8 days. Like, whatever, She's like, yeah, I smoked and I snorted, but I never, used a needle. Thank God. I'm like, ooh, you're so much better than me. Again, like, excuse me, we're talking about efficiency here. You know what I mean? If you had to go to Uruguay, would you take a rickshaw or a rocket? Like, let's get to where we're going, This bike is gonna drive me fucking bonkers. What?
I'm sorry, baby, it's my fault. Just scoot down a little bit.
What am I too far? I'm too close to? Fine. Just killed my flow. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so yeah, fucking drug addicts, right? Yeah, I have standards. You're a drug addict. What are you talking about? You eat cat poop, you don't eat dog poop? What are you talking about? I just smoke pot. Pot's natural. So is botulism. You know what I mean? It's just like, I have standards. I'll do the 20 guy gangbang, but the 22, that hurts my soul. That's right. I am actually not gay. I am actually straight, but I know. All these girls are like, God damn. I'm a gay man in a woman's body that dresses like a soft butch lesbian. I'm not sure what that makes me. And my husband's really a woman on the inside. So figure that out. He's such a fucking woman, I can't even tell you. For the first 6 months that we were dating, like, I'd fuck him and I'd be like, all right, dude, that was awesome. Good session, bro. Knuckles, Go take a shower, and he was like, can't we snuggle, And I swear, this is totally true. This was the other day, and I was like, dude, we need to fuck. Like, what is going on? And he was like, well, maybe if you were nicer to me. Maybe if you were nicer to me and I felt more emotionally connected to you, I'd want to have sex with you. And I was like, I'm sorry, are you on your period? Like, what? You're a woman. Oh my God. So. We just celebrated a year. Who would have thought someone married a crazy whore like me, but they did. Yay. He has an extensive background working with the mentally ill and owns rehabs. Hey, born to love me, right? I covered both my bases there. Fucking awesome. we're already in therapy, that says, and he needs tools to be married to a crazy bitch, basically, that's it, you know, and honestly, why would I want to be in therapy? I am the total dictator in the relationship, you know what I mean? He supports me, I have fucking full power, full privilege, no responsibility, no consequences. What the fuck do I want to go into therapy for? Learn boundaries? Boundaries? Boo! You know what I mean? Have to get a job? He's like, you need to get a job. I'm like, why do you think I married you, asshole? You know? So, instead of getting a real job, I've tried to get into commercials, pour myself out in the commercial world. That's actually a lot harder than you'd think it'd be. First of all the girls in commercials are really perky. And it makes me feel like a depressed man. It just does. I just don't feel right in that whole world. So I got an agent, and I told this guy, I said, listen, I don't want to do print ads, you know what I mean? I'm not a model, I'm a comic, I look better in motion. He was like, I said, and I don't want to be in my bikini, not that I don't look luscious in my bikini. And I said, I don't want to do cigarettes, because my mom thinks people look up to me. I'm like, Mom, I used to smoke meth, so if people look up to me, you know what I mean? It's a problem. First thing this guy sends me out on is a Marlboro ad at the beach. Really? It's like, dude, do we have a fucking communication error here? Tells me how much it pays. I'm like, I'm getting dressed right now. You know, for that amount of money, I'd smoke out of my pussy like they do in the bars of Bangkok. Bring that shit on. Down, right? He's like, he said it was beachwear. I was like, I don't have beachwear. Like, I'm a pasty Jew. I don't have beachwear. So I cut off a pair of jeans and put on some flip-flops and rolled in there. So all these models and actresses, you know, all in sarongs and sparkly sandals. And I look like a beachcomber. I look like just washed up on the sand, you know, weed and beer bottles. So I was like, no, you were looking for beach bum, all right? No? Okay. So they call me in, and I was like, you gonna take pictures of me looking cool smoking? Let's do this. He was like, smoking is disgusting and bad for you. I was like, I'm sorry, are we doing a Marlboro ad? Also, I've been in 4 rehabs. I know what's bad for me, and I fucked Danny Bonaducci. I know what's disgusting. So he's like, can I get a profile shot? I was like, you know what, I'm a Jew, we don't really do profile that well. You know what I mean? Can we just sort of do 3/4 from this side? No? No? Alright. So you like the beach? You like the summer? Are you very active? I was like, what am I going to tell this asshole? I'm on so much medication, I sleep like 19 hours a day like a koala bear. I was like, oh yeah, I like the beach. You know, you can lay down and it's considered an activity. I'm down with that. You know what I mean? So, I am lazy, and I don't know why lazy is a bad thing. You know what I mean? Why is lazy a bad thing? Why isn't lazy just being conservative with your energy? You know what I mean? I'm just not task-oriented. Like in finance, it would be like low risk, high return. Unless I know something's gonna fucking really pay off, why the fuck do it? You know what I mean? So, my husband knows about me. He travels a lot. And I guess he doesn't think, you know, I was kind of a whore before he got married, and I guess he doesn't think I'm housebroken. And he knows that when he leaves, I just don't shower, and I stay in bed, and I fucking masturbate and watch TV and do nothing, you know? So, every time he leaves, he's like, so listen, try not to get too stinky, you know? Like, shower every day, and, no dicks in you. Okay, I see you in a week, you know? So, my husband's fat. He's fat, I gotta tell you. This is my one problem. He's a really great guy. The guy is fucking fat. When I first met him, he was like 300 pounds, okay? I don't know if anyone's dated someone who's really, really like orca fat like that, right? That shit's like climbing a mountain, let's be honest. You know what I mean? That is like scaling a fucking mountain. You know, you can be on top. By the time you get up there, you're like out of breath, you know what I mean? You got like fucking your nose is freezing off, you're getting frostbite on your fingers, there's dead Sherpas and empty oxygen tanks up there. You know, you plant a fucking flag, let's go and next year, you know? It's like climbing Mount Everest, that shit, you know? So, he's lost about 80 pounds, and he's still a big boy. He's like, you know what, being fat is a sign of wealth. I'm like, in the 18th century, maybe. You know? What do you guys gonna like get some slaves and like bind my feet too? Really? It's like, it's genetic. I'm like, if eating 5 ice cream sandwiches in a row is genetic, I guess, you know. Sorry, you know. My mom's like, that's none of your business, honey. I'm like, you know what? When you have 240 pounds of dead weight on top of you, it certainly feels like that. That shit is like having a building on you, and it doesn't matter that that building has a penis. You know what I mean? That shit is like, ugh. I try and incorporate his stomach into our lovemaking now, which just upsets him even more. Like, he's got a little bit of those man boobs, so I'm mama, and I try and suck on them. That makes him really upset. You know, and I need to use my hands. Will you hold my mic while I do some of this stuff?
Yes.
Can you see, Christian?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, so then I take it and I take his big stomach, and you guys, you should definitely use these techniques. Take his stomach or her stomach, as the case may be, and you put it into a big wedge and you hump on it. It's good. It's good stuff. The other thing is when you're sitting on them, you knead it like a kid. I call that hot kitty. Poor guy. He was in the kitchen making a sandwich like he does a lot, you know, and I came up behind him. I have a really high pubic bone, okay? So I came up behind him and I'm like rubbing on his ass. And he goes, wow, he's like, that feels like a small Japanese man fucking me. And I was like, I don't know how you would know what that feels like, but I was like, all right. But I just decided to really take that to a whole other level. And I was like, oh. So, when you're married to a comic, everything is fucking fun. Like, I don't consider shit serious. I'm never, you know what I mean? He's like, you know, there is no comedy porn, Amy. It's like having sex with you is like having sex with Chevy Chase. And I was like, well, Chevy Chase isn't bad looking, right? You know? So, you know, when he doesn't feel like having sex, I just do this dumb impression. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna rub my genitals on your genitals. We'll see what happens. Start a campfire. He's like, how sexy is that? But of course, you know, guys, you know. I like to suffocate him with my vagina. I think that's like the funniest shit ever. I like crouch over him and I make like a flesh tent, you know, totally suffocate him. I think it's like the funniest shit ever. My new thing is where I'm changing up the hairdos down here, you know? So I've shaved it totally bald, and I was like, come on, let's play pedophile and 12-year-old, let's do it, yeah, you know? And then I fucking grew it out into that 70s kind of crunchy granola lesbian thing. Got some Tivas, right? My new thing is where I shave it and I just leave it long in the middle and I sort of waxed it into a Salvador Dali sort of Fu Manchu mustache, like a Colonel Sanders mustache. And I had to talk to him. I was like, ole, senor. He hasn't gone down on me in months. You know, I definitely think I took the bloom off the rose there. You know? So we all over Facebook? What the fuck? Facebook! Join and you can run into everyone that you've ever known in your entire life. Even the people you hated from 2nd grade, right? People from 2nd grade contacting me. Hi, remember me from Mrs. Littlefield's class? I was like, dude, I've done so many drugs, I don't remember last week. Sure. Bored and lonely do you have to be, really, to track down someone from 2nd grade? You know what I mean? Did you just not make any friends in your 30s? You like alienated everyone in your 20s? Lost touch with everyone in your teens? What could we possibly have in common now, you know? Fuck. Is people from college and stuff, they're like, hi, I'm married, I have 2 kids, and I'm an investment banker. What are you doing? You know? they're like, in a nutshell. I'm like, in a nutshell? What have I been doing the last 20 years? Drugs. You know what I mean? What am I going to do? My mom goes, don't put it so negatively. I'm like, oh, what am I going to tell them, Mom, that I'm in the pharmaceutical industry? Yeah, I've been working in the pharmaceutical, research and testing, and occasionally sales and distribution. It's fantastic. So now that I have my shit together, I've been invited to a bunch of reunions. And now I have my shit together. I'm not smoking meth, masturbating, talking to my cat for days at a time. You know, I got my shit together. I'm clean, I'm married, I'm doing comedy. Like, I'm a little late to the party, fuck, but I'm here. You know what I mean? So I went to a reunion. I don't know if any of you guys have been, but they want you to wear a name tag, dude, because no one recognizes anyone, right? All the people used to be hot or ugly. Other people have kind of grown into themselves. Everyone's fat, bald, ugly. It's no good, right? I was like, I'm not wearing a name tag. I don't work at college union. I'm not wearing a name tag, and I'm not fucking up my Pat Travers shirt, whoever the fuck Travers is. I have all these fucking rock shirts that I wear. People are like, oh my god, dude, I love Dead Moon. What's your favorite song? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. I'm a total poser, just like the shirt. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. So I'm walking around this reunion and I was like, oh my god, why did I come here? I'm so uncomfortable, you know, oh my god. This girl comes up to me and goes, hi, she goes, what's your name? I go, none of your fucking business. She goes, oh my god, Amy Dresner! I'm Amy Dresner.